Friends, in today's materialistic era, despite having wealth, happiness, prosperity, fame, prestige, good family and position, I don't know why most of the people's faces do not appear cheerful and happy. There is a strain and tension. Even the slightest adversity becomes unbearable, and the mind becomes extremely worried and the body becomes relaxed. It doesn't take long to become a victim of confusion. I don't know why we forget that. Victory is won while the mind is alive and har. Actually, every moment of life is full of divine joy, enthusiasm and inspiration. Perhaps we want to live only that, believe the truth. We are entitled to that blissful life only, just by doing our duty. While walking on the path, we will have to become an ascetic. This is the order of that ocean of compassion, great guide and Yogeshwar Lord Shri Krishna, who while preaching Shrimadh Bhagavad Gita to make the disillusioned Arjuna duty-oriented, said that to live a successful and satisfied life, a human being has to perform 3 penances. We have to keep doing it. Those 3 penances are physical, verbal penance, i.e. of speech and mental penance. In fact, penance does not merely mean physical torture, but its purpose is to achieve self-development and self-realization by accumulating our powers and then using them in constructive works. For our moral development, it is our duty to worship our worshippers. Have faith, devotion, respect and honor towards the ideal or the desired goal, and always be grateful from the heart towards the good men who presented this ideal, those scholars, spiritualists, preacher gurus and knowledgeable people who approve of this ideal. Secondly, along with physical cleanliness, we should also try to simplify our behavior as much as possible, because our crooked behavior can become a threat to our mental balance and physical strength by dividing our personality. Thirdly, sense control and in non-violence, loyalty etc. have been termed as physical penance. In fact, the most powerful medium we have to express ourselves is our sensory organ, our speech, which is an indicator of our intellectual capability, mental decency and physical restraint. This is why our power is wasted the most due to continuous use of speech, and only by controlling it, a large amount of our power can be accumulated. But this does not mean that by remaining silent we will commit self-destruction or self-incitement. By making good use of the power of speech, we can shape our personality. Hence it is important that we be fearlessly careful while speaking, so that what we say is true, loving and beneficial. Truthful speech saves our power from getting wasted. Many times we have to pay the price for the bitterness of words in our life, either by failure or by losing our friends and relatives. Useless speech only makes us tired. In this way we are protected by true, dear and beneficial speech. We can make good use of our power in studying enlightening literature, understanding its meaning and improving our life as much as possible. This is the penance of speech, on the basis of which a seeker can only attain superior happiness. Rather, through his words, he never shies away from doing virtuous deeds, like making a disappointed or defeated person positive about life and inspiring him to live with dignity. The third and last penance is mental penance, which includes peace of mind, gentleness, silence, self-control and purity of conscience. In fact, there is nothing in this world greater than peace of mind, and when our relationship with this world is filled with affection, is based on healthy values like love, understanding, knowledge, forgiveness and tolerance, then our mind always feels a divine peace. In this calm mind resides gentleness, i.e. without mental peace towards every human being, one cannot experience the feeling of love and well-being. It is this gentleness that gives a person the courage to accept even the biggest challenges of life, and as far as possible prevents him from becoming a victim of this feeling that people forcefully. Only a person with a mind unaffected by negativity can control his speech, which is truly called silence in the context of asceticism. Now, when we control ourselves with prudence and awareness, then this self-control begins to make us the container of those pure thoughts and feelings which help us in maintaining the purity of our objectives. This purification of emotions protects us to a great extent from the temptations of this world, due to which we patiently use our abilities towards our objectives, able to fulfill. Friends, finally, I want to say that by practicing this penance as described in Shrimadh Bhagavad Gita, we can avoid stress, anxiety, fear, dissatisfaction and unrest in our life to a great extent, without indirectly causing harm to others for our deeds. Instead of blaming others, we start becoming proficient in the art of living in the present with a happy mind, and in this way, the feeling of satisfaction of being a human being becomes the center of our thinking.